Welcome to Time of Death. This video is for informational purposes and in no way meant to glorify or condone violence. In today's video, we'll be discussing the murders of Janabel Anaya and Karina Mancera. Both died after being shot on Saturday, August 6, 2016, at the intersection of East 9th Street and Locust Avenue in Long Beach, according to LA County coroner records. Brandon Ivan Colbert Jr. was subsequently arrested and charged with the murders. The following is the evidence at trial. After a shopping trip, Luis, Karina, and J.A. returned to their home in Long Beach in the evening of August 6, 2016. Luis parked some distance away and began removing items from the car while Karina and J.A. began walking toward the residence. A man later identified as defendant was waiting on a nearby street corner and without provocation fired shotgun blasts at Karina and her young daughter. Witnessing the shooting, Luis screamed and tried to rush toward defendant, who then trained the gun on him and fired again. The shot missed Luis, hitting his car instead, and defendant fled the scene. Karina's chest was blown out by the shotgun blast and she was not talking or breathing by the time Luis reached her. The blast that hit J.A. nearly severed her arm completely and opened a hole in her ribcage, but her eyes were open and she was breathing shallowly when Luis reached her. Luis sat on the ground and tried to comfort J.A. until the paramedics arrived. She was taken to the hospital where she later died from a gunshot wound. Detectives obtained footage from approximately 20 video surveillance systems in the area near the murders. The video showed a man walking down Long Beach Boulevard pulling a roller suitcase and wearing a shirt with white printing on the back. At approximately 8:20 p.m. on the night in question, the man walks into a nearby parking lot still pulling the suitcase. He leaves the suitcase near a stairway, disappears from view for about 20 minutes, and later comes back into view walking with an odd gait, seeming to keep one leg straight while the other moves normally. The video footage shows the man put the suitcase in a trash can and eventually began walking in the direction where the shooting would subsequently occur. Two cameras captured video of the shooting itself. The footage shows the man walking down Locust Avenue and stopped behind a sign on the street corner. Two people later identified as Karina and J.A. cross the street toward the same corner where defendant is standing. Defendant quickly approaches the victims holding something, and clearly visible are three flashes consistent with the flash from a muzzle of a gun. After the first flash, the taller of the two people falls to the ground. A second flash, aimed lower, follows immediately and the shorter person falls. There is then a third flash as another figure runs into frame and defendant flees after that flash. Tracking defendant's movements from footage from other cameras, defendant walks along nearby streets and eventually arrives at a USA gas station. Video footage from this gas station is sufficiently close and clear to reveal the face that resembles defendant's face. While at the gas station, defendant purchases a beverage from the cashier and departs. Next, camera footage from a nearby metro station platform depicts defendant with his suitcase waiting for a metro train shortly before midnight. He is no longer wearing the sweatshirt, and the design on the t-shirt is visible and consistent with the design seen on the shirt that defendant can be seen wearing in earlier segments of the video footage. The day after the murders, Jonathan Trivis parked his black Land Rover near where he worked in Santa Monica. The next morning, his car was gone. Trivis reviewed security footage and saw an individual, subsequently identified as defendant, enter his car and drive away. 3 weeks after that, an LAPD officer responded to a call regarding a suspicious man sitting in a black Land Rover in a strip mall parking lot. Learning the vehicle had been reported stolen, the officer ordered the defendant, who was in the driver's seat, out of the vehicle and took him into custody. In the meantime, a forensic specialist has swabbed 4 12-gauge shotgun shells and 1 damaged live shell found at the scene of Karina and J.A.'s murder for DNA. Pursuant to a warrant, a detective with the Long Beach Police Department obtained a DNA sample from defendant. A criminalist with the LA County Sheriff's Department compared defendant's DNA to the DNA found on one of the shotgun shells and found the two samples were a probabilistic match, meaning the probability of a random match other than defendant was 1 in 11 quintillion. The police investigation further established defendant had arrived in Long Beach only just before the murders. The police discovered that a B. Colbert had purchased a ticket for a Greyhound bus leaving Tulsa, Oklahoma at 3:15 a.m. on August 3, 2016, headed to Los Angeles, California. An LAPD detective who worked with the FBI's Cellular Analysis Survey team obtained location information records for defendant's cell phone that revealed his phone registered in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area on August 2nd, in Texas and New Mexico on August 3rd, in Arizona on August 4th, and in Los Angeles that same day. Following the trial, the jury found defendant guilty on all counts. It further found true the allegations that the murders involved the special circumstances of lying in wait. The court sentenced Brandon Colbert Jr. to 3 consecutive life sentences plus 75 years. Karina Mancera was 26 years old at the time of death. Janabel Anaya was 4 years old at the time of death.